And we are live. Good morning. Good afternoon. こんばんは. And 大家好. Hello. Saturday morning. Right near Montreal. Here we live. And we're saying hello to everybody just like we do every Saturday morning for us. Hello, Lucia. Hola. ¿Cómo está? Oh, I am in pain. Pain today. Like I'm lying down, but I got my knee wrapped up. I played hockey yesterday. Something that reminds me of my old body. My goodness. I played goalie, so I sat down and I sort of twisted my knee. That's what happened. I'm in excruciating pain today. But it's okay. I can still talk. So for those of you watching us for the first time, good morning. Hello. We are a family raising 4 kids in 5 languages. So we're doing English, French.
English, French, Japanese, Mandarin, and Japanese.
In Spanish.
I said Spanish.
You did? Yeah. And Ronnie's got difficulty articulating right now because he put in a whatchamacallit, well, not a mouthpiece, but he's got braces coming up, so they're fixing his teeth. When do we do that? Wednesday?
Every day.
No, but we put it in on Wednesday, right? So he's not so used to speaking with the braces yet.
No, the Wednesday before.
Really? Oh yeah. Already 10 days? Oh my God. Time flies. Time flies. So, hello everybody. Shout out to everybody coming on. Misha, Maki-san, Game Boy Grace. こんばんは。どうもどうも。今日は日本人の方も入ってらっしゃいますね。よかったです。
Oh, hello.
こんばんはって。日本からも見てくれてる。
こんばんは。
次は誰? Next level English. Next level English. Do you have next level English? Is it first level English? Second level English? How good is your English?
Pretty good.
Pretty good. You think so? You think so?
I don't know.
So I am hurting right now. My knee is causing me a lot of pain because I played hockey yesterday. But at the same time, I lost my voice. That hurts more, I guess, for my live stream. I lost my voice on Tuesday or Wednesday when I got myself a COVID check. Negative. So I'm doing okay. But my voice is already much better, but this is much better. I tell you. So anyways, wherever you are, do say hello. Little wave. You can wave. Wave. 不是啊，在那个 Instagram 上面。So we are live. So we are live on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Yes. So my main channel is on YouTube. So if you don't know about my channel, do check it out. Ask Tetsu. So we talk about how we raise our 4 kids in 5 languages: English, French, Japanese, Mandarin, and Spanish. And I do this live every week, maybe for half an hour or so. Sometimes it goes up to about an hour, where we just open it up to everybody and anybody. If you want to ask us some questions on how we do it, if you want to test this kid, go right on ahead. English, French.
It's gonna spit in my mouth.
English, French, Japanese, Mandarin, and Spanish. And just by the way, we're doing this in English. でも日本語でも質問していただいてもよいし、可以用中文问问题，ou en espagnol si quieren, ou en français. On vit ici au Québec, on parle français ou québécois. Alors, allez-y. You can ask your questions away, or you can just comment. Tell us if you've watched any of our videos, anything you'd like, any topics you'd like to discuss, how we do it. Is it a burden to the kids? What else outside of languages? That's something I like to talk about a lot. Not just languages, drills, and all that. I like to talk about the psychological aspects of how we create an environment where they don't have to speak languages, but they want to speak languages. 爸爸那个水带来好不好？在爸爸桌上，你小心哦，从那过去。Oh, I'm getting Ronnie to go pick up some water for me. Because I can't move. I can barely move. My knee hurts so much. Yesterday I played my hockey game. I hurt my knee, but it didn't seem like a big deal, so I just played the rest of the game. But now I am regretting it. Oh man, I'm paying the price. So hello, Royson. Hello again. Ronnie, Royson asks. Let me try to put it on the screen. Oh, 谢谢. What does Royson say? Come sit down. Sit down and read it well. 那个不要带来，球不要带来，球不要带来。Okay. Royson
Can the
asks.
kids speak in different languages?
No, speak in or differentiate. Differentiate may be a difficult word for a 9-year-old.
Different accents in their languages.
Oh, wow. That's the first time I get asked this question. So, can the kids speak in or differentiate between different accents in their languages? Example, American and British English. That's a great question. But I think the answer is they have no idea conceptually about the different accents. Now, they speak French from Quebec, which has a very distinctive accent. And yeah, they do have a few French friends, like Clément. You know, Clément has a different accent.
I hear from friends.
Yeah, but do you know the difference?
No.
You don't know the difference between Clément's French and your French? No? Okay, so there's your answer. Clément, he's so I say Clément, but the French would say Clément. But the accent is different, and he says he doesn't know, and he probably doesn't. Like, he doesn't know the difference actively, but I'm sure if we put somebody on TV or on the screen who speaks French for a while, and another person who speaks Quebec French, they'll be able to say, "Oh, this guy speaks French, and this guy speaks Quebec French." Yeah, can you? If I put somebody who speaks français de la France, you would probably know, right? Yeah, we've never tested it out, never really thought of it, but given that we live here in Quebec, they will be using the Quebecer accent without ever really knowing. So now that I think of it, when I first came to Canada, I was 13, and I learned French here, but also people told me about Canadian English. I didn't really know, because I went to an American school when I was in Taiwan, and to me, English here that people speak, I mean, Anglophones, not Quebecers speaking English. I mean, not French natives speaking English, but English natives. They tell me, there's the Canadian accent. I don't think there's a big difference, but maybe I wouldn't be able to tell apart. I don't think, but I would be able to tell apart some vocabulary. Like, I didn't realize this, but I was saying a lot of a. Hey, you want to go to the pool? A. You want to do this? A. Like a sort of a affirmative little tag that you put at the end of the sentence. Canadians do that a lot. I didn't notice that Americans don't do it, but I just naturally picked it up when I came to Canada. It sounded natural to me. Anyways, sit up. All right. So, many folks coming up on Instagram. Hello, thank you for joining. Chug Chazuz and Chelsea Love. Hello, Chelsea Love. Nice to meet you again this week. So for those joining late, well, one thing you notice is I lost my voice in the middle of the week. I don't know why. I didn't sing karaoke all night. Maybe a little cold, but I don't feel like bad. Like health wise, perfectly okay. But lost my voice. It's coming back. It's coming back. But yesterday I played hockey and I hurt my knee. So right now I'm like in pain. I taped it up, and we'll go pick up some. I got some painkillers.
He even
But otherwise,
got a cane
yeah, I have a cane.
from my grandpa.
You don't have to say that. A cane is a cane. Who cares if it's from grandpa? But yeah, I feel like a grandpa right now. I am getting to an age where I can be a grandpa. I've got friends who have grandchildren, so that's a scary thought. I'm almost 50. Almost 50. In 2 years, I'll be 50. My God. In 1 year, you will be 10. I remember when I was 10. I came to Canada when I was 13. So that's you in 3 years or 4 years. Wow. Wow, my son is almost the age when I came to Canada. That's a long, long time ago. Kicks good. Can you speak French?
Yes.
Bon, on répond en français. On va parler en français pour un bout.
Oui.
On va fermer ce commentaire ici et on va expliquer. Hein?
Kicks good.
Hein?
Yo, la quoi.
Yo, no.
Ici, la quoi.
Yo, bah. OK. Yo. Donc, on peut parler en français un peu.
Oui.
Donc, Kicks good nous demande si on parle français. Et puis, moi, je dis oui, on parle le français, mais c'est français québécois. Et moi, je dirais que beaucoup de Français ne comprennent pas super bien le québécois. Surtout au niveau du vocabulaire ici. Ils disent, les Français ne comprennent pas ce qu'on dit quand on parle des voitures. Ou ici, on dit les chars. Des chars. On dit ici des wipers, les essuie-glaces. Les mufflers, des échappements. Qu'est-ce qu'on a? On a les breaks. Les breaks, donc les freins. Le steering, c'est la roue de direction. Est-ce qu'on dit ça en France? Je ne sais pas. Bingo. Quoi d'autre? Demandez-nous des questions en français si vous voulez, pour qu'on puisse avoir un sujet de conversation, de discussion. Si vous avez des questions, allez-y. Je ne sais pas si vous me comprenez bien. Si mon accent québécois il est trop difficile à comprendre, en plus de ma voix. Mais anyway, so that's a little demonstration. Donc, dis-moi, toi, tu es en quelle année?
4e, 5e.
4e, 5e. Et comment s'appelle ta prof, ta maîtresse, comme on dirait en France? Ah, justement, ta maîtresse s'appelle France. Viens. Et on est en français, là.
Non, je veux juste...
Viens dire bonjour. Viens dire bonjour à qui veut. Donc, ma fille, attention à mon genou. Attention, bouge pas. Ouch.
Quelle est votre langue principale?
Quelle est votre langue principale? Quelle est la langue que vous parlez le mieux?
Japonais. Je dirais japonais,
Ouais.
mandarin ou anglais.
Ben, une langue. Quelle est la langue que vous parlez le mieux?
Je sais pas.
Ouais, ça doit être le japonais. Ça doit être le japonais.
Oui, parce que j'ai né au Japonais.
Tu es né au Japon. Je suis né au Japon.
Je suis né au Japon.
Ouais. Donc, vous voyez, des fois, le avoir et le être, ça cause beaucoup de confusion auprès des enfants, même des enfants d'ici. C'est que en anglais, on dit I am born. En français, on dit I am born. Je suis né. Ben, mais en anglais, on dit I am hungry. Mais en français, on dit j'ai faim. Donc, one is.
Un auxiliaire et un participe passé.
Exactement. Donc, ici, on commence à apprendre l'analyse logique.
Ok, j'ai déjà dit bonjour, bye.
Nika, elle a un cours de patin. Elle va aller faire du patinage bientôt. Donc, OK, bye.
Bye.
Allez, bye. Donc, so I was saying, other than languages, I think what's important, when I say languages, I mean other than grammar, drills, reading, that kind of, activities that are directly, 没有啦，干嘛啦？没有啦，
这个
没有啦。Other than things that are directly related to languages, we let our kids do lots of other activities that are not really directly related to languages, but related to growing up as kids, something natural, but something that allows them to learn and progress and become better at. In usually sports, music. Nika loves to draw, so art. Many things where they know that where I know they're gonna hit obstacles, and we teach them to practice and practice and succeed. Eventually, 做好来了。哎呀。And let them understand the process of overcoming obstacles and gain confidence. Now, once you have confidence, that's something that's directly related to languages. You need confidence in life to be able to speak. Even if you make lots of mistakes, it doesn't matter. It's speaking, correcting, and so that's something that we do. On continue avec des questions.
Pourquoi vous avez
So, lis-le en français, explique-le en anglais. Et puis, c'est-à-dire, explique la question en anglais et puis continue à répondre en français, OK?
Why?
Non, premièrement.
Pourquoi vous habitez au Québec?
OK.
Premièrement, habiter, je pense que c'est à la fin.
Pourquoi habitez-vous au Québec? So why do we live in Quebec? That's good. It's a good question. I mean, we're half Taiwanese, I am half Taiwanese, half Japanese. My wife is Japanese, so they are 3/4 Japanese. 做好. And why? But the question is, why are we in Quebec? So I came to Quebec when I was 13. Long time ago. And my father, who's Taiwanese, his youngest sister married a Quebecer here. And when I was young, my parents said, when you go to high school, you're going to go to Quebec and live with your aunt. And that's what happened. Because in Taiwan, lots of Taiwanese, they send their kids abroad to see the world. And also Taiwan being a politically, what do I say? Not unstable, but I mean, it's a country where many things could happen. So they wanted me to at least have the options of being able to live outside. And that's what happened. We eventually, instead of me going back to Taiwan, my parents came and joined us, and we all eventually immigrated. And now I have a Canadian passport. And then whenever I travel, I just use that single passport. So this is way back in the 90s when we really immigrated and got my Canadian citizenship just before year 2000. So I've been a Canadian longer than I have not been a Canadian. Donc, ça répond à votre question. Je suis venu au Canada quand j'avais 13 ans. Et puis j'ai appris le français ici, français québécois. So kids can learn later in life. That is true, but the younger, the better. And I already had a few languages before coming to Canada, so I think that helped a lot in my integration.
Give a comment.
Because I already spoke English, Mandarin, and also Japanese. And in Taiwan, there's Hakka and Taiwanese. These are Taiwanese as a language. It's a major language in Taiwan that about 75% of the people understand. Many younger folks understand but don't speak. And that's what happens when I go to Taiwan. The driver usually speaks Taiwanese to me, and I respond in Mandarin. Many people actually do that. Excuse me. All right, and we continue. So more folks coming in. Patrick Encastré. Patrick. I don't know. Patrick Encastre. Hello,
Patrick
hello. Lancastré, j'imagine. Peut-être. C'est bon.
Lancaster.
Bonjour. We have Yoyi. We have Zenyamyism. 日本語でもいいですよ。もしよかったら日本語でご質問いただければと思います。日本語でなんかね、書いてジョイ元気ですかジョイにはお Hi Joey306. He's always here to support us. Thank you so much. My channel recently got to 3,000 subscribers on YouTube, so very happy. A few thousand on Facebook. Did I say Facebook? Did I say YouTube? YouTube. Okay. Ni hao. And the followers on various platforms. Really appreciate you all. And recently, it's been quite difficult updating my videos, given that we are actually right in the middle of construction. So this house, we are literally outgrowing it. We had our 4th child last year, and now we are really running out of space. So
doubling our house.
Doubling our house, but I didn't know there's so many things to think about when you build a house. You've got to right. We get the initial plans, and then afterwards, it's getting picking up the vanities and all the furniture.
The house is like this.
Oh,
the house will become like this.
Outgrow the house. Hey, Uta! Hello, Uta! Uta's in the house. In the house.
No, he's not there anymore.
No? Well, it's okay.
He just came in and he went.
So, what was I saying? Lots of things to prepare, and these things take so much time. But as we get into the end of the year, hopefully I'll have a little bit more time to dedicate to making videos. And I'm also thinking about maybe widening the scope a little bit on my channel. Maybe you guys can comment, let me know if that's a good idea. Because I like to talk about things that are not just directly related to drills and grammar and really strictly language related, because my channel is called Multilingual Kids. But my real purpose is to raise my kids so that they can be global citizens. They can, I feel very fortunate that my parents raised me not just to speak different languages, but also have the mindset, the global mindset, and be able to live from anywhere I want in the world. So that's something I want to give to my children also. And for that, it's not just languages. Language is only one part of it. I also think, like to get them to be flexible, adaptable. Adaptable is actually the word that I want. And when we go to Japan, we go to a different environment. The kids go to local school. We go to Taiwan, send them to the local schools, make local friends. That's, what I feel is deeper and something that I want to talk about also on my channel. So I am thinking about widening the scope away from just language, strictly languages. It is parenting. It's a lot of parenting. I always like to say multilingual parenting. The focus is on parenting, not the multilingual. The multilingual comes because you have good parenting. I do things like we do one-on-one discussions every 2 weeks where we really sit down and go over the past 2 weeks, the good and the bad and the future. So that's also something that I do to build trust, build communication skills, which I think is something that's incredibly important. And once you have that trust, you're probability or risk of having your kids refuse to speak the target language go down. So that's sort of things that are indirectly related to languages, but I feel is very, very important. So Joey's asking a question. Put it up. Put it up. And read it out for us. So Joey asks,
where does Ronnie want to live when he's a grown up?
oh, that's a great question.
I want to try to do the same cycle, but each year.
Oh, wow. It's the first time I'm hearing this. I'm just as surprised.
First time. I thought of that when I was like 5.
Really?
I thought that.
That's only 4 years ago.
I thought I told you.
Really?
Yeah.
One year in Canada, 1 year in Japan, 1 year in Taiwan? Wow. Wow. So what kind of a job will you have? You're gonna need a job like a YouTuber where you can live from anywhere you want in the world. Because my job, I don't work as a YouTuber per se. I mean, I do this to spread my message, but I'm not earning my living with this yet. I hope one day. But my day job, so to speak, is in clinical research. So I run studies, and my team is actually in Japan. We live in Canada. I work at night, and I manage my team in Japan. And that allows me to live here.
Smart.
Allows me to go to Japan and Taiwan during the spring and summer.
Smart, Dad. Smart.
And bring the kids over there. So, and Ronnie says he wants to live a year in Canada, 1 year in, like a cycle. We do a cycle of Canada, 8 months, 2 months in Japan, 2 months in Taiwan, and then come back for the beginning of the school year. But he's saying 1 year in Taiwan, 1 year in Japan, 1 year in Canada, a cycle, a yearly cycle. Fair enough. Once again, I want to raise them to be able to face whatever obstacles that they're going to face in their lives, and be able to overcome those to achieve the goals that they want to achieve. And that requires a mindset. It's not about intelligence. It's not about skills. It really is about mindset. I think that's my humble opinion. Imho. I think if you have the mindset, you don't need so much IQ or you don't need to be a genius to be able to succeed in life. You just need to have the drive, the motivation, and the mindset to overcome. It may take longer, or shorter, depending on whatever you're able to do, but you'll get there eventually. And that's what I want to let the kids be able to do. And now, don't say, because I feel lots of kids say, I don't want to do this because I'm not good at it. That's not a good reason. If you tell me I don't want to do this because I don't like it, that I think is a better reason than I'm not good at it. All you need to, if you like it, you can become good at it. And so that mindset I'm trying to build into my kids. Louis Adaya, is this Eduardo? Hola, ¿cómo están? Eduardo. Silvia, ¿cómo está Franco? ¿Cómo está el niño? El bebé. Wow. Louis Adaya es Eduardo. Amigo de papá. Tuvo un bebé hace unos meses. Siéntate bien. Ahora hacemos un poco en español entonces. Así que Luis es Luis. ¿De qué hablamos? ¿Tienen preguntas? You have any questions? Dozo. Okay, so we've had a few questions so far, but I think we don't have any more. We don't have any more right now. You can maybe turn off the Joey's question so people don't get confused. Yeah.
Everyone, I think you don't have any ideas of questions.
Yeah.
Because we've done already a few videos.
Yeah. Oh, there's new
No
people
more
coming.
ideas?
But there's new people coming in.
I know.
Oh, like I said, I lost my voice in the middle of the week. Now it is coming back slowly and maturely. But yesterday, while playing hockey, I hurt my knee, and now I'm in lots of pain. I taped it up, but right now I can't. I can barely move. And whenever others move, like it vibrates on my knees, and
Can you see French
pain.
becoming the main language as they get older?
Great
Because
question.
of
Put it up. Put it up.
school and friends?
Put it up. Okay, Royson has the next question for
It's
us.
for you.
Okay, it's a question for me. Can you see French becoming the kids' main language as they get older because of school and friends? The short answer is yes. We've been expecting that.
The long answer is I don't know.
But the long answer is it's taking more time than I've anticipated. Because even right now, he's 9. And I still think his first language is Japanese. He probably cannot write as much as in French because he goes to school in French. But his language of choice to convey emotion when he's sad, happy, etc. And the language that they use amongst the kids is mainly Japanese right now, still. So I think even though he's not educated in French, or other than the 2 months we're in Japan, the kids still speak very, very strong Japanese compared to other languages. Of course, they also speak very, very strong French. I mean, most of the day they're using their French. So I do suspect and anticipate that as we get older, French will take over, but it's not happened yet. And as a side note, I'll mention that our whole language program, let's say, that we're doing, providing this infrastructure for the kids to speak different languages. Go, thank you. He's gonna go get some more. Watch out! Watch the knee. Watch the knee. Okay, thanks. So what I'm saying is, our main objective, base case objective for this whole language program is up to age 10. So Ronnie's 9.5. He's gonna be 10 in July. So in another 8 months or so. So we're almost there. Now, ideally we want to get it to the end of primary school, so age 12, so that the languages really stick. But I think all 5 languages that they're doing right now are already strong enough in Ronnie's mind that I think it's for life. I left Taiwan when I was 13, and I didn't speak Mandarin for about 16 or 17 years. When I was in Canada, I mean, I had nobody to speak with. But I never really lost it. It was hidden for a little bit, but when I went back to Japan, I had Chinese colleagues. It took me literally a few days, like 2-3 days, and everything was back. Everything at my 13-year-old level was back. And then later I lived a little bit in Taiwan and strengthened it maybe a little bit. I don't know. But Chinese is back. So the point is, if you do it to about age 10, ideally age 12, I think come.
Okay.
Sit. So I think it's they'll have it for life, and that's the base. It's not about speaking all 5 languages, as natives or like a native. It's about having a base. 做好啦，不要弄了，你怎么那么烦啊？9-year-olds, 9-year-olds. I think 30 minutes is like our limit for concentration. Even then, this happens after about 20. So Hey, that shows you the kids are, I guess, for all intents and purposes, normal. We've not, raised them to be super disciplined or just, robots or anything. That's not the plan. But I'm trying to say that he's almost there. 10 years is our base case. We'll be able to say next year, mission accomplished, and hopefully we'll reach our stretch goal at age 12. And we still have 3 more after him. So this life still continues, but I think we can give ourselves a little pat on the back next summer. Okay, we've got more people coming in. Hello, or not catching up. Can you read YMVDRK? So, or J, Jim, yeah. Always like to try to pronounce people's handle names. Some are very difficult. We have Cristian Soto Vázquez. Hola, ¿cómo está? We've got Yuki-san, こんばんは。元気ですか？皆さん、日本語でご質問いただけますよ。Y podemos contestar a sus preguntas en español también, ¿cierto? Díselo, sí. Y tenemos preguntas de Marine. Hola Marine, ¿cómo está? Marine, question. 快点啦.
Because it's mommy's
Put it up.
language.
Put it up. There you go. Marine, because it's mommy's language. Yes, so that's a comment to what I was saying earlier, that Japanese is still their strongest language right now. When the kids play amongst themselves, it's mostly Japanese. Sometimes they do English, sometimes it's Mandarin. And it's very important, depending on the context. If they're with Naomi or au pair, then they'll be speaking Spanish, obviously, amongst themselves also. Marina says, you said you studied Spanish for a few months. You are good and your accent is impressive. Thank you. Gracias. Yeah, I studied Spanish for, like when we say study as an academic subject, it's literally 3 weeks.
Mexico.
But that's when I've already been able to speak fluently. I picked it up myself when I was 18. I went to Ecuador for the first time when I was 18, and I picked up the little grammar book and some cassettes. Yes, cassettes. Some of you probably don't know what that is.
I want to visit
and
Mexico.
And I learned it on my own. And then I traveled a lot, and before you know it, made lots of friends in Quebec City. From Venezuela, from Mexico, and that's how it came about. So, gracias. Which countries do the kids want to visit? They've only been to, well, Canada, Japan, and Taiwan so far. But what countries do you know? And do you want to? Oh, Mexico. Oh, so you were answering Joey the whole time. Yeah, I guess so. We were supposed to go to Mexico. 2 years ago, right? Well, fall of 2020. We were supposed to. Yeah, we were supposed to go to Mexico because I organized this event called Lang Fest, where many polyglots or multilingual people, they come, and with that I was doing a collaboration with the Polyglot Conference, and we were all supposed to go to Polyglot Conference in Mexico that year, but that was when COVID struck and everything. Stroke. He's correcting my grammar, this kid. Who do you think you are? Yeah, struck. The correct.
Struck?
Yeah, not stroke. Stroke is this. Again, struck when COVID struck, and we've not been able to go, but we're supposed to go next year, 2022. In the fall, we're supposed to go to Mexico, and maybe I'll take you. Maybe if you behave. So that's the answer to your question. Turn it off.
Oh my God.
Turn it off because we've got another question.
Excelente.
So turn off Joey's question so people are not confused. Okay, tenemos.
Excelente.
Comentario.
¿Qué idioma recomienda bien para un niño de idioma nativo español, aparte del inglés? ¿Cómo escoger un nuevo idioma?
Ok. Bueno, Ronnie tiene mouthpiece, braces, así que no pronuncia súper bien. Tiene
Perdón.
pero puedes hablar más fuerte.
Perdón.
Ok. Bueno,
Perdón.
voy a repetir lo que Cristian Soto nos pregunta. Excelente. ¿Qué idioma recomendarían para un niño de idioma nativo español, aparte del inglés? ¿Cómo escoger un nuevo idioma? Bueno, gracias por su pregunta. Para nosotros, mandarín y japonés son idiomas importantes, bueno, por los raíces. Y vivimos en Quebec, entonces el francés y inglés es como, bueno, dado, ¿no? El español es el idioma que escogemos porque yo lo he aprendido cuando tenía 18 años y veo que español es un idioma muy importante en el mundo. Entonces, para su futuro, creo que les va a servir. Sobre todo si vivimos todavía en Norteamérica o en Europa. En el mundo, el español es el tercer idioma del mundo. Así que criamos los niños en español o para que aprendan el español. Pero al mismo tiempo es el único idioma que utilizamos para ellos por sin necesidad, digamos. ¿Ok? Es un nice to have, como diríamos en inglés. No creo que podamos tener 2, 3, 4 o 5 idiomas que no hay una razón importante, como nosotros es razones familiares. Entonces los niños tienen gente con quien hablar el idioma. La comunicación con la familia es bastante importante. Siéntate bien, niño. Con respeto, por favor. Nunca hablo español con los niños. Así que para escoger un idioma, quizás un idioma si quieren, pensando al futuro de los niños, tal vez mandarín es un idioma que sería bien importante aparte del inglés, pero el mandarín es bastante difícil para alguien que habla inglés o un niño que habla español como idioma nativo. Entonces, hay que balancear o equilibrar el esfuerzo o la inversión del esfuerzo contra el resultado esperado. ¿Okay? Si aprenden francés, tal vez va a ser más fácil, o portugués o el italiano, va a ser más fácil, pero si tienen la necesidad o no sabemos. ¿Okay? Tiene familia en Europa, tal vez un idioma latino va a ser más importante para ellos que el mandarín. Espero que haya contestado a su pregunta. So we're going to come back to English. Go. Scroll up a little bit on Instagram. We've got more folks coming in, so no. Yeah. So hello everybody. We've got more folks coming in, picking up steam here on the live stream. If you have questions, do go ahead and put them in the chat. Me pueden preguntar en español o en français si vous voulez. Nihongo demo dozo. He's getting used to the YouTube vocabulary here. Joey has another question. Put it up.
Oh, something like
Put it up and read loud. You can't articulate very
well.
well.
Something like a music was the lingua family really exists.
Oh my goodness.
I was wondering about that. That's really cool.
Okay. My question to you, I mean, most of you probably are parents or parents to be. How do you control or discipline a 9-year-old like this? Wow, he's been pretty collaborative. I mean, this is our 6th session, 6th week doing the live stream. We're doing it early.
Hey,
so he's been here. So
you said me to read it out loud. I did.
You did. Yes, you did. So let me repeat the question for those of you watching on Instagram. Something like a meeting for multilingual families really exist? I was wondering about that. That's really cool. Yeah, multilingual families. I mean, there's obviously a few channels other than mine on the on Facebook and YouTube, and there's lots of communities. I definitely recommend you join all these communities, and within them, some are just parents like you, but some are speech language therapists. Some are organizers for these various activities. So what I used to do when I was younger and back in Japan is go to meetups, meetup.com. There you're going to find, many families from outside of wherever you live. And you can go and do language exchanges. And if it's a family, they have kids and you can sort of interact and make friends there. Go to picnics and little trips together. And that gives the kids lots of compelling reasons to speak the language. So that's something I do. Communities online. Multilingualparenting.com is a very, very big website run by Rita Rosenbach. Fully recommend that. Uta's International Lounge also. These are consultants who specialize in multilingual families. So definitely check those out. And there's a lot more multilingual families. There's a YouTube channel. And in Japan, Global Mom to Mom. これは日本にあるそういうファミリーのこういう集まりなんですね。So a little Googling will connect you to many, many, many resources today. So definitely, we're in a fantastic time period in the world where connections are getting easier and easier. Next question from Royson. Put it up. Okay, Royson asks.
Question for the kids.
A little bit louder, not so loud.
Question for the kids.
Yes.
Do your friends make you say things in different languages? And if so, do you mind?
I love this question. Let's hear his answer, and then I'll give mine. So let me translate.
Yes.
Wait. I want
to.
Wait. Not everybody was able to hear it on Instagram. So I'm gonna repeat for the folks on Instagram. Question for the kids: do your friends make you say things in different languages? And if so, do you mind? That's a great question from Loisin. Thank you.
I do mind. And
do they tell you to say,
yes.
say this in Japanese or in Mandarin? Yeah. And you don't like it?
No, I don't like it. I hate it.
You hate it? Yeah. So same. When I was his age, when I was living in Taiwan, and once people know that you go to an American school, they want you to say this in English, say that in English, or because my mother's Japanese, they know that, and they go, say this in Japanese. I hated it. So because I remember that experience, I don't go out of my way to make the kids say different things in front of other people. I don't do that. And even when we're outside, we don't like switch languages. Like I don't switch to French just because we're in public when I talk to the kids. But I also don't go out of my way to say it really loudly to gather lots of attention. So I just talk to them normally, not attract attention to the fact that they speak other languages. I never do that. And if I am addressing him and other kids at the same time, then I'll switch to French. But I'm always conscious of this thing where the kids, they don't like to be treated like a circus show. So I remember very clearly that I hated it when I was a kid. I love it now. I love it now. Or once I grew older, I realized how important languages are and how much my parents, what kind of advantage they gave me. And before you know it, I love it. Today, I don't mind at all speaking different languages in front of people. But I remember distinctly how I hated it when I was his age. So I make sure that I don't put the kids in that situation if I can help it. But obviously the other kids, they'll do it to them, but they'll live. It's not a big deal, I don't think. Okay. Próxima pregunta de Marine.
There's a question in
Okay,
this.
Marine nos pregunta, ¿a qué videojuegos jugáis en casa? A lo de la boca lo llamamos brackets o aparatos en general. Oh, ok, son brackets o aparatos. Gracias. Sí, el niño ya tiene brackets hace 10 días, casi 2 semanas. Así, bueno, Marine nos pregunta, ¿a qué videojuegos jugáis en casa? Ok.
Roblox, Minecraft, Chelsea.
¿Qué más?
Roblox
y Minecraft. Bueno, los niños tienen clases de mandarín en una plataforma que se llama italki. Tenemos un maestro, un teacher de Taiwán, y casi cada día, y hoy también, se despiertan los niños por sí mismos porque le encantan tomar esa clase de mandarín. Él y Nika, y alternan cada día. Antes de ir a la escuela, se levantan a las 5:45 para tomar la clase a las 6 de la mañana hasta las 6:40. Y toman como 20 minutos, 15, 20 minutos a leer cosas y aprender la gramática. Pero los 20 minutos que le quedan, juegan a Minecraft, juegan a Roblox. Roblox es el nuevo super juego hot, ¿no? Y para eso se despiertan por sí mismos en la mañana. Los padres estamos dormidos todavía y toman sus clases de italki antes de ir a la escuela. Imagínense, casi cada día, como 5 o 6 días por semana, toman clases de italki en mandarín. Y juegan a Roblox en mandarín con sus profesores. Entonces, así aprenden la gramática que yo no enseño a mis niños. Bueno, próxima pregunta. Okay. Quita la pregunta de Marine. Okay.
Because of COVID-19, it's difficult to interact in person. Are there any researches to my little kid, 5 years old, to practice a new language?
Oh. So Christian Soto asked, because of COVID-19, it's difficult to interact in person. Are there any resources for my little kid, a 5-year-old, to practice a new language?
Duolingo.
Okay, so for those of you who don't know, Duolingo is an app on your phone, or and it's like basically a game.
Learning.
I've never tried. How is Duolingo? You have to translate? There's a question in English and you translate, or
there's a lot of types.
Okay.
There's like, for example, you go in Japanese. There's a kanji. You need to search for that kanji.
Mm-hmm.
But
you have multiple answers, right? A, B, C, D.
Yeah, A, B, C, D. And for example, they put a phrase in Japanese, you need to write it in English, or put up some like blocks.
Blocks? Oh,
Yeah,
okay, yeah,
word
little.
blocks. Word blocks.
I see.
Into a 2-line phrase construction.
Oh, so it's all mixed up and you have
Yeah,
blocks to
yeah.
make. So,
Or
anyways,
you need to write it.
and they probably come up with different exercises.
Or in English, you do it in Japanese.
So depending on the language, the objectives can be different, or even there's various objectives for a given language. So, oh come on, so you have different blocks of words that you reorganize to make sentences,
but
translations.
You don't use them all.
You don't use them all. Okay, and you earn points. That's the obviously the key point where you earn points to go up in level. It's people say it's a lot of fun. Some people are pretty critical, but I don't know. I think if you're having fun and you're exposed to that language, then that's a plus. That's already a plus. It may not be the most effective way to learn a language, but it's a way to learn languages. And if the kids want to, if they continue, they'll be exposed to whatever language that you're teaching them. So try it out. It's called Duolingo. And I was mentioning earlier that I get the kids to wake up to do Mandarin lessons on a platform called italki. And
that is a good idea too, italki.
Yeah, it's a good idea if you find a good teacher. That's so important. You need a good teacher.
You have an excellent teacher.
And it's not, it's not like you just give everything to, just let the teacher do everything. You must communicate with the teacher. Tell the teacher what the kids like, and work out a program together. Now we have a perfect program right now. It's so good right now that the kids wake up by themselves. They ask Alexa to wake them up at 5:45 a.m. every day before going to school. I can't find anything about that. Oops, sorry, Alexa. Nothing. We have a lot of Alexas in the house.
Two.
And the kids get up by themselves before going to school. They do a 40-minute lesson, and then
45 minutes.
Okay. So, and of that lesson, the first part is about grammar. So I don't force my kids to do drills and force them to do something they don't like, but I can bait them. It's kind of a, it's a bribery. So they do about 15-20 minutes of grammar, like reading stuff, and then they have their fun time. They play Roblox, they play Minecraft with the teacher. So we get the teacher to sign up to Roblox, and he's a young teacher, and
Roblox is free.
Yeah, and is their teacher very good? Roblox?
Yes, pretty much. He always dies.
So that's how we do it. And Christian's follow-up question is, please suggest good teachers. Well, we went through a few. We do a little interview and we try them out. Just sit on this side. Sit on this side. What? So I say you need to go through a few, because a good teacher for us may not be a good teacher for your kids. You have to know your child's characteristics, their temperament, personality, and work it out with the teacher. Some kids love reading a lot. My kids, not so much. But some kids love geography. My kids love geography. So we got the teacher to do some geography drills. So that kind of stuff. Some teachers love grammar, and there are occasionally kids who love grammar. So you need to make sure that your kids fit with the teacher. 山本さん、広大さん、どうもどうも、こんばんは。我々はね、日本人。No, not that one. The one before. 日本人といえば日本人ですけれども、日本人じゃないといえば日本人ではないです。どこ行っても
3分の4。
4分の3だよ。こういうことがね、すごいやっぱりわかる。4分の3ね。 3と書いてから4なのに、4から読むっていうのが不思議なんだよね。あと、コンマね。日本で数字は1万円ってやっぱりコンマ、1万で5桁で、まとめるのに、コンマは3桁のところに入れるから、外国のシステムと日本のシステムのミクシャーって難しいですよね。うん。私ね、ハーフで台湾人と日本人のハーフなんです。父親台湾人、母親日本人。で、母親とずっと日本語喋ってきたから、ある程度日本語ができて、子供たちも母親日本人、妻は日本人で、子供たちもママとは日本語で、パパとは中国語。で、今、ケベックに住んでるから、学校ではフランス語。で、あとなんだ、家にお手伝いさんっていうか、住み込みのベビーシッターさんを、呼んでるので、彼女とはスペイン語。あっという間に1時間や。Already 1 hour. Okay, we're gonna start thinking about wrapping up, but
wait, please suggest good teachers. Your Mandarin will say the name now.
Sure.
Carl.
Yeah, our teacher's name is Carl. But once again, doesn't mean Carl's gonna be a good fit for your child. But he's good with kids, I think. But you have to work with the teacher to make sure that the fit is good. Because we also had another teacher before, but it's that interaction. Like Carl's a guy, maybe with boys it's better, and we let them play games. If you're against games, then maybe it's not a good idea. All right, next question. Marine.
It's really fun when you do language battles and play games together. Will you record more in the future? I love those videos. We could do one next.
Wow, we have a request for video topics. So it is really fun when you do language battles and play games together. Will you record more in the future?
Okay,
I love those videos.
We could do one.
All right.
Because I like those too.
You like those too? Okay. Well, we'll do more then. So far we've done one in Spanish, one in Mandarin,
one in Kayla.
What else did we do? We should do one in Japanese. I always think about doing one in Japanese where we put up a character and get them to guess how many ways they can pronounce that word. Because in Japanese, one single Chinese character can be read many, many, many ways, more than in Mandarin. Mandarin is usually one way to read it, but in Japanese, oftentimes there's many ways. So, all right, just watch out. Okay, so we're gonna start wrapping up. Thank you everybody for joining once again today, and really, really appreciate your support. We do this every Saturday, our time, but it's Saturday pretty much everywhere. So it's morning Montreal time, 8 o'clock, and then it's afternoon in Europe and at night in Asia. So hope to see you again next week. I'm gonna lose my voice forever, and my kid's losing. He's losing control.
My God.
So bye. Turn it off. Bye.